Welcome back to another episode of Ryan's Garage. There's a new car in the shop. And things have gotten a little weird. So, there's a new car in the shop. It's my dad's Firebird. We talked about it briefly in my first episode I ever did. And like I said in that first episode, this car's never been right. So we brought it here to hopefully get it right. But things have gotten a little strange since it's been here. And I really was almost at the point of getting rid of it and getting it out of the house, but I've decided we're gonna fix it in a special way. The car actually almost killed us all coming off the trailer when it just decided to do whatever it wanted and roll forward while in park. I don't know how, it just did. I've been recording for about a week on this car, getting everything buttoned up on this engine, and everything on my phone that was saved since the car got here is all corrupt. And I can't even make this up. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. But everything I had on my phone for this car since it's been here is all gone. I don't have any of my original video footage, nothing. We just brought it in here, and it's ironic that I go to shut the driver's door and the rear hatch just opens by itself. We've always kind of had a feeling that this car has some bad juju in it, or is cursed, or is possessed, whatever you want to call it. But the car is just, I think it wanted to be left alone when we bought it, and it hasn't been happy. Because we've put a ton of money in this car. It's on now, it's second engine, and it's weird. It's very strange. People get weird vibes from it all the time when they work on it. It's not right. So we're gonna try fixing that today, and we're gonna see how this is gonna go. Probably not good. So, got a little dark in here, and I think it needs to be. We're gonna perform what you call a vehicle exorcism. Exorcise the demons. So one of the things you're gonna need for that is one, good reflective lenses, so none of the bad juju can get in your eyes. Second, you're gonna need your holy wrench. Not just any will do. You're gonna need this one. Other thing you're gonna need is Miller Lite. If you don't have Miller Lite, I guess you can settle for whatever's in this blue can. So, it's really strange how every time I turn the lights off in this garage, when this car's here, thunderstorms start happening, but no rain. I don't get it. It's starting to freak me out a little bit. I'll show you real quick. The engine, it does that. I don't know why. It just does. And then the inside just starts flashing lightning on the inside of the car. I don't know. Did anyone else ever had this type of thing? Thunder, man. So, back to what I was saying. You gotta exercise the demons in the name of Dale Earnhardt on any car that's giving you issues. So what you gotta do, you gotta sit here, stand in front of the car, this in your left, this in your right. You gotta talk to it. In the name of Dale Earnhardt, I exorcise you demons, leave at once, and just throw the holy water all over the car. And they will leave, and they will not go to any other car again. I feel better. Do you feel better? Everything is gonna be okay. I'm out of beer. 2, 1, go. So now that that's done, we can finally get back to work on this thing. I have done a few things over the past couple days just to kind of prep myself to get this thing wired. I've gone through and labeled all the wires in the bulkhead, which I'll show you what that is here in a minute. And I'll show you all the other stuff that's gotten done prior to me losing all my film. And some of my plans that I have going on. I also want to say thank you to everybody. We just broke over 100 subscriptions, which I think is freaking awesome. I never thought that would ever happen, but it did. So let's see if we can get up to 200, and maybe we'll blow something up. I like blowing stuff up. I did get a new shirt, which is awesome. Yeah, I like doing it for Dale. It's what I do. let me just show you the car. We'll walk around it real quick, tell you everything that happened with it, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys, so this is my dad's 1989 Formula Firebird. We did this car back when I was in high school, so I think I painted this car when I was 17 years old. And that was a while ago, so it's been a little while. It's been sitting since 2017. It originally had just had a small block 350 in it. Nothing crazy. It was dressed up. It was meant to go to car shows. It was just a nice all-around car. A few things cosmetically that we did to the car. We shaved the marker lights in the front and the rear. If you want to come back here, I'll show you what we put in as marker lights for the rear of the car. In the rear, we put 1960s style marker lights and kind of dropped this paint into it, which was pretty cool. The rear of the car has split buckets, which you probably won't see in another one. The backs are out of a 1980 Corvette, I want to say. These seat belts will be getting out of here. These seats are pretty much useless. We did make the roll cage swing out. There's like a pin over there you can pull, so you can fit a third person, and I think I have a picture of me back in the day sitting back there. The wing was a factory option in 86 to 88, and we made custom risers for it to lift it up off the body so that it would actually do something other than sitting right here. So we basically doubled the height on that. The inside of the car, it's all custom. Dad made these door panels years ago. It has all white face gauges, new headliner, new carpet. He put in the 1960s Firebird emblem, which I always thought was super cool. It does, and I mean, all new seats. All this stuff's pretty much brand new. This center console, all the switches all work. So currently the car has a 5.3 liter of a 2003 Chevy Avalanche. It does have an LS1 intake off a GTO, and we did put a larger throttle body on it, which I believe the throttle body came from eBay. Yeah, because that's usually where most of my parts come from. The harness we are using is an eBay swap harness, which is actually really surprising because I always thought the quality on that would be complete garbage. And it's not. I think the quality of this eBay swap harness, I mean, for $300 you couldn't beat it. It does have all GM factory connectors and is fully color coded, which, I mean, you can't beat it as long as it works. It might not work, and then I'll be screwed. Who knows? I did lay out the harness, which I lost all the film on that. I decided I was going to mount the PCM over here on the wheel well on the passenger side, even though they said to put it on the interior. I didn't want to put it in the interior because I want this car to be easy to be worked on. So if I have an issue, I'm going to be able to get to everything without having to do car yoga and go underneath there and try wiggling my arms up to get fuses and stuff. I can't stand having to do that. Plus, I'm a big dude. I don't want to lay on my back on the floor of a car and try looking underneath the dash. My plans are to put AC back in this car. It needs a washer fluid tank, which I might even go with the 4th gen, which sits up here in the under the whatever that is. The main plan for this is to make this a daily car. I want to drive this as much as humanly possible. If I want to go on vacation, I'd like to have the opportunity to take this and go get good gas mileage and be reliable, which the car has never been. The few things that I have done so far is I went through the bulkhead on the driver's side, and I've gone through and I've labeled most of these wires here. The only ones that weren't really butchered were the headlights. Everything else was pretty much destroyed. So my main reasoning for going through and labeling all these is I want to integrate the LS standalone harness with this. Basically, that harness over there that has the 9 wires that's going up on by the window will run over here and connect to the original Firebird harness and power most of my gauges, ignition, so on and so forth. There's, I think, 2 wires that I have to run inside the car, and that is going to be, I believe, my fuel pump feed. I could be wrong, but the other one is a speedo wire, which I'm going to have to show you guys how to make your speedometer work. So I've gone through and I've attached the harness and all the sensors that I possibly could just to kind of get a layout of everything. We did have some cheapo headers for this thing, and they're not going to fit. So I went ahead and ordered a set of factory manifolds off I think it was a 2001 Trans Am. So those should be able to either be modified to fit perfectly with the side pipes. So yeah, that's pretty much everything we got going on with the car. I'm excited to get working on this thing. It's been waiting a long time to be done right. Okay, so this is going to be the journey we're going to be doing for a little while on this car. I really want to get this done as soon as I possibly can. So currently the moist mullet is, God, that just doesn't get old. It's currently going to be put on hold until this car is running and driving, because this honestly means a lot more to me than the Camaro, which I hate saying, but it does. It's sentimental value, I guess. My dad did come over yesterday, 2 days ago maybe. I think it was 2 days ago, and handed me a picture of the old car that he drew when we originally built the car, which was super cool. And then handed me a folder which had a bunch of receipts in it for the car. It kind of caught me off guard when I got through the receipts, and he handed me the title and was happy to give me the car, basically passing it down to me, and I'll try to do the same with passing it down to my kids. So yeah, this is a pretty big deal to me to get this car finished, and I'm going to drive the living crap out of it because that's what it deserves. So next episode, you guys are going to see we are going to be working our tails off on this thing. I'm going to try to wire this thing up completely in a week, possibly this weekend. Right now I think it's Tuesday, so next weekend I should have the engine 90% wired. I hope to have started on the pulley system and possibly get the radiator installed. I got a huge checklist I got to get done, but I really want to drive this car. It means a lot to me. So I will catch you guys next time when we really start cracking on this thing. I'm happy I could introduce you to the car, and I'm happy that people get to see it again, because it's been covered up for a long time. Yeah, so that's the story of the cursed Pontiac. It's no longer cursed, which is awesome. And I'm really going to enjoy getting to do this, and I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. And I want to remind you to get out and do America.